Tyson, maybe I'll start with you. Maybe just the thought about how you're getting some contributions kind of throughout the lineup. I know obviously your key guys are coming up pretty big, but it seems like this whole team has rounded into form here over these last couple of games.
Yeah, like you said, our top guys are playing well. All throughout our lineup, everyone's kind of playing to the best of their abilities and doing what's being asked of them. And you know, a game like last night, you kind of see the rewards of that and playing a full team game for full 60. So it's great to see everybody involved.
Leon, your line obviously put up lots of offense, but as you look throughout the lineup, what are some of the other little things that you notice that other lines are doing and other players are doing?
Well, I think we're playing the game the right way right now. The last two games, you know, obviously, I think our line has done most of the scoring, but the other lines are creating. They're creating offense. They're creating chances. They're defending well. We're doing all the little things good right now, and obviously we need that to continue for the rest of the run.
I'll go next. Tyson, I saw Len last night at the game. What's it? There's the hockey side, and that's what most of us are here for. But there's also sort of that family, personal side. What's it been like to, to have the extended family members, come in and sort of participate in this and get to experience what you guys got to experience as players?
Yeah, it's amazing, really. I think I said to him last night, I said, geez, it looks like fun. The playoffs look like fun for the family and friends. Everyone's getting together in the family room and having drinks, and then this facility and these fans, it's quite the atmosphere and quite the experience. So it's, obviously most of our parents are our biggest supporters growing up, so it's nice to be able to come in and share this with them, and, obviously grateful for the setup that they have here and the atmosphere that the fans are providing, and it's making it kind of a lifetime, memory.
Now, both of your fathers were hockey players, but in your case, Tyson, your dad wasn't just an NHL player; he was actually an NHL owner. Is it a different conversation? Like, does he revert back to maybe just being a parent instead of being a guy that was as immersed in the game as he was?
No, he still thinks he's got all the answers to everything. So,
does he want to work in radio?
Yeah, maybe he should. No, he's he's been a great dad, but he's obviously his whole life's been around the game, and he loves it. He watches every game, other teams, everything. So he's always the first call after the game, and he's super honest. And but yeah, he thinks he's got all the answers.
Leon, we're watching Evander Kane here, and he's lighting it up. Puck's going in. He's a different personality. When we talked to him up here, he's a smart guy. He's well spoken. What would be the things he's bringing to the team, maybe in the dressing room or his personality? What are the things that we don't see that he's bringing to this team?
Well, I think he brings a type of confidence to himself. He has that swagger about him, right? So that's something that he brings to our group. Yeah, no, he's been nothing but great for us on and off the ice. He's been a big addition to our team, obviously, and yeah, scores big goals. He's been great in the room for us, so very, very lucky to have him. So
Kenny Holland brings in him and Hyman, among others, but they both have qualities that you guys didn't have before. Like, you have got good players, and they're good players, but they're different players than what you had here before. Have those two guys kind of maybe rounded out this team in some way?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I think those are the players that maybe at times in the past we were missing a little bit. Established players, players that know how to play in the playoffs, that have been there, and they're both kind of the playoff type players, right? They thrive in these conditions. So both of them, great seasons so far. They've been great in the playoffs for us. So two key guys for us.
Tyson, I guess this is for you. One of the things that Mike Smith mentioned last night after the game was just unprompted, the need to learn the lesson from last round when you guys had a 2-1 series lead and didn't take advantage in LA. When you think back to last round, what would you like to see different from Game 4 that maybe you guys didn't have?
Yeah, I feel like we should actually be grateful for the last round and kind of the ups and downs of it. I think it can take teams, a full year to learn a lesson like we did last round, and we just know it's far from over, and we have a great opportunity in front of us here to take a big step and a big lead, and I think the last time we had that opportunity, we didn't. I would say we weren't really even close to grabbing it. So we know what our game feels like when we're ready and we're prepared and we start on time and we get into that rhythm. So we know what that feels like. We just got to get to that feeling as quick as we can tomorrow.
And Leon, you guys have been out at this for a while now, a number of years that you've been here and had some chances and opportunities to go on different journeys in the playoffs. How different does this team feel now than, maybe some past years or iterations?
Well, I think we've just learned lessons over the last couple of years, right? A couple disappointing endings to our season, a couple good runs, but I think as you get older and as you grow as a team, you just learn how to deal with these ups and downs, like Ty said, and yeah, I think we're maturing as a team. We've gotten obviously older. We're growing up together, so yeah, we're learning that. I think the playoffs, it is an up and down ride a little bit, right? You go up a game, you go down a game, you go up 2 games, whatever it is. So, yeah, I think we've done a good job so far of just kind of staying even keel and the old saying, never too high, never too low. I thought so far we've done a pretty good job of that.
Leon, this series did not start very well for Mike Smith, but since then he's been very good. What have you seen about his will and his determination in the last 2 games?
Well, that's Schmitty for you, right? He's done that. I mean, probably all his life, all his career. Probably a lot of people doubted him at one point this season or the season before, and he always comes back, and he's always great, and he's always, shows up the next game and has a big bounce back game. So that's a huge quality to have. That's a fighter right there, and Schmitty obviously has a lot of swagger to him, a lot of pride in him. So yeah, very lucky to have him back there.
Tyson, you obviously played the Oilers a bunch in your career, played Connor a bunch in your career. He was at an elite level, but he seems to have taken it even higher. How terrifying is that as a defender when the best player in the world is getting better and better, and maybe your team wants to be on its toes, but it has to be on its heels? Yeah,
he was always tough to play against, but the level of, he's kind of raised his game to right now is, I don't think we've seen that before, so can't imagine what it's like trying to slow him down, and I'm just glad he's on our side.
Tyson, just over here. You were teammates with Cody Ceci a couple of years ago in Toronto. Can you kind of articulate how much his game has changed since that time? He feels like he's a better and different player now.
Yeah, I mean, I think me and Ceci, we both got traded to Toronto and kind of went through some stuff there, and then he went to Pitt and I came here, and his game is really, you can tell he's just an all-around player, and he's chipping in on offense, but they're, obviously relying on him every night to shut down the top lines, and you can see just his positioning, and he's thinking the game really well, and he's not putting himself in any spots to get beat, and him and Nurse are doing a great job against other teams' top lines.
He seemed to, in Toronto and even in Ottawa before that, take a lot of criticism, and now this year it's gone very well for him. Why do you think that is? Do you think some of that criticism maybe in the past was unwarranted?
I played with him in Toronto, and I certainly think that some of that was unwarranted. I can't really speak to the stuff in Ottawa because I don't know about it, or I didn't really watch him play, but no, he's been great this year, and it's for whatever reason, if that narrative's changed a little bit and the media and the fans are liking him, then that's great because that's what he deserves. So I'm super stoked for Cease, and he's a great dude, and he's a big part of our team.
Tyson, you guys, you were better in Game 2 than you were in Game 1. You were better in Game 3 than you were in Game 2, and probably overall you're better in this series than you were. Do you feel the team sort of gaining strength as this thing goes further along?
Yeah, I think last night, the way we came out, the way we followed it up in the second period, that was probably a complete game as we've played, and it was a pretty good pace. You could tell that we were flying out there. It was hard work, but I think we were all dialed in and all on the same page and doing the right things and doing what's asked of us and at a very high level. So hopefully we can continue that.
And for Leon, like everybody knows what's coming in Game 4 from Calgary. You're gonna get their best game. What's it gonna take from an Oilers response to kind of take that 3-1 series lead that you're looking for?
Our best game. You know, we played well last night, but there's another gear to our game too. You know, we can still be better. We've shown it this season, and we're going to be good tomorrow. Sorry, tonight too. Yeah.
Tyson, I was wondering defensively, when you look at their top players, who that top line with Kachuk and Lindholm and Gaudreau have been so good all year, but the last 5 periods especially, you haven't given up much. What have you guys done defensively to stifle their attack?
Well, we can't let you in on our secrets. No, I think it's just playing them hard, playing them tight, not, they're great players. You can't give them time and space. That's what they want. And, I'm not matched up against them. I think, Cease and Nurse and Bush and Keith are doing a great job against those top lines. And when we do get out there, you try to, kind of carry the same, no time, no space, give them little shots here and there, try to get them off their games. So, there's no secret sauce. It's just playing hard, playing the right way, and doing it every shift.
This one's for Leon. What does having players like Zach Hyman and Evander Kane, who don't necessarily have to win with finesse, having them on their line do for you offensively?
Well, scoring in the playoffs a lot of times isn't really about finesse or skill, right? So that's why guys like that thrive in these situations or in the playoffs, because they know how to score ugly goals, garbage goals, whatever you want to call it. But they go to the hard areas, where it hurts to go sometimes, and where not everyone wants to go. And obviously they have a knack of for putting the puck in the net. So like I said earlier, two big pieces to our team.
And then the last time this team went on a bit of a run in the playoffs, we had guys like Maroon and Lucic also in the top 6. Do you see any parallels to having bigger guys that can do that kind of playoff style hockey?
Yeah, you need that. That's part of it, right? I think we got obviously a good skating group. We're a fast team. We play at a high pace when we're playing our game. Those 2 guys, they're bigger guys, but they can move, they can skate, and they're big for our team. They push the pace, they hold on to pucks, they make it hard on other teams. So,
Cool, thank you.